everybody, this is John from AJ Farms. Today we're going to talk about the National Poultry Improvement Plans that are known as NPIP. A lot of people have been asking some questions about it. So I'm going to tell you what it's like in our state. Most states require NPIP in order to ship live birds and hatching eggs into their state. I can only speak for Virginia right now. Each state is different. Here in a little bit, we'll go to the computer and we'll help you find your states and the numbers so you can make a phone call. In Virginia, you need a permit to ship into the state, plus being NPIP. NPIP means your flock is blood tested every year for Pylorium typhoid. Here in Virginia, we test up to 300 adult birds. If you have less than that, you have to test your whole flock. And we are also AI clean, which is avian influenza. That test in Virginia is done every 6 months. And it can be a throat swab or cultured eggs. And we culture the eggs because the throat of our Cochornis quail is too small. It just causes too much stress to the birds. That allows us to legally ship eggs across state line and live birds. With that being said, some states require a little bit more. We ship eggs into Maryland, and they require a permit. So our state vet lets them know, hey, they're NPIP, they're AI clean, and the state of Maryland sends us a certificate, and we renew this every year. Some states require permits, some don't. Some states charge for permits, some don't. Like I said, later on we'll get on the computer, you'll be able to make some phone calls, show you where to get that contact information from, and be pretty helpful. You could also do what they call a CVI, a Certified Vet Inspection. I know for Virginia, you can ship into Virginia with that inspection, but that inspection is only good for 30 days. So once you have your flock inspected, you have 30 days to ship into the state of Virginia. After the 30 days, you have to get your flock re-inspected. And with that CVI inspection, you would still have to include a Virginia permit number to ship into the state of Virginia. What NPIP does for you? Basically what that does is, if I ship eggs to somebody and all of a sudden I have an outbreak on my farm, I report that to my state vet. They can trace everywhere that I've shipped eggs to, get in contact with those people and say, hey, you possibly may have an outbreak on your farm. It stops things from spreading because they can get pretty out of control pretty quick. So it's more for traceability. Now, if you're shipping inside the state, like we do in Virginia, I don't have to do an NPIP form. Some farms here like it, and I send the form. Some farms don't want it. As long as it's within the state of Virginia, I can do that. But if I ship outside my state, I have to include a form with the shipment, and I also send an electronic form to my state vet. They approve it, and then they forward it on to the appropriate state that I'm shipping into. On some of the groups that I'm a member of and so forth, being an NPIP flock or participating with our farm, if I want to buy birds from someone else, I have to ask them, are they NPIP? Because I cannot bring any other birds from a non-NPIP source onto my farm. That's part of being part of this program. And it keeps everything clean, traceability, and it keeps my flock safe. So I know that when I'm selling, it's clean and safe for someone else. So if you got eggs for sale and somebody asks you if you're NPIP, don't get offended by that. Usually they're going to probably be NPIP, and they just need to know up front if you are, so they could buy eggs from you. So don't take offense to that. Some people do online, but NPIP is to keep your flock safe and to keep other flocks safe. So now we're going to go to the office. I'm going to turn this over to my wife Anita. She does a lot of the marketing and a lot of the online part of the sales and so forth. So we're going to take you into the office and fire up the computer and show you where to go if you're looking to be NPIP, or if you're looking to see what you need per state.
Hi everyone, we're going to search for NPIP, show you how easy it is to find out what information you need to have and how to find it. So we use Google. We're going to open up the browser. It's as easy as going to the search bar and typing in NPIP. You're going to come up with the very first one, NPIP, Animal Health. It's www.poultryimprovement.org. Click on that tab. This is going to bring you into the NPIP. What you want to do, you want to come down here and you want to find state importation requirements. Click on that tab. You're going to have two choices. Requirements or requirements and contact numbers. I'm going to show you what both of them do. Requirements, that brings up this form. It's a one-page form, completely printable. Tells you in this column if use of the VS form 9-3 is required for all shipments coming to the state. Now if we go down here to Virginia, Virginia says use of the 9-3 on all shipments coming to the state, yes, with the exception, and it says number 3. So all poultry and hatching eggs, chicks, pullets must originate from Pillorium typhoid clean flocks and be accompanied by a health certificate. Okay, so if you go on over here to Virginia to see if there's a permit or other requirements for shipment into the state, the answer is yes. There's a 4, a 6, and an 8. Number 4 is approval or permit number required to ship into the state. That means you need a permit, y'all. You just go to the state of Virginia, you ask them for the application, send it in. It's real easy. Okay? Now, number 6 for Virginia is additional requirements for non-national poultry improvement plan participants. Call the state of Virginia. They'll tell you what those requirements are. Okay? Let's go to Virginia, number 8. All poultry and hatching eggs, chicks, and pullets must originate from a U.S. avian influenza flock. That is AI. Most all of these states require you to also be AI tested. So those 4 extra things usually will make you have to make a phone call. So who do you call? Okay, you go back over here to the original page you were on. Go to state importation requirements. Go down to requirements and contact numbers. This is the exact same form. It has the exact same numbers over here. It has the exact same numbers here, whether it requires the form, whether it doesn't require the form, and what else is needed for each state. If you go down to Virginia, this is Kimberly Kaufman. She is our state representative for NPIP. She works in the state veterinary office in Harrisonburg, Virginia, which we're lucky. They're only 45-minute drive, so we can drive our eggs down to be tested every 6 months for the AI. There's the phone number that will get you directly to her. If she doesn't answer, you can leave a message. Every state's listed here, and every contact person for NPIP and the phone number. Most of the time when you come up here and you see, okay, let's take Louisiana as a reference. The VS 9-3 form is required for into the state. It is a yes and nothing else. Okay? Now, over here under permit or other requirements to ship into the state, there's nothing there. Which means you have to have NPIP to send into the state. It's that clear cut and that simple. Okay? Now, once you get up here, and Idaho is the same way. Okay? You get up here into Florida, and it says Florida, yes, NPIP, 1, 8, 10, and the asterisk stars. You go down here to the asterisk stars, and it says contact official state agency for additional requirements. And it says the same thing under a permit. Anytime y'all see any number beside any of these things, the best thing to do is call. I've never called a state representative that hasn't willingly answered my questions. Now you notice Hawaii is completely blank. So that if you call them, they will tell you exactly what you need to know and how to do it, but it's very hard. They will x-ray every box going in there, so your eggs are pretty much going to be killed anyway. That's it. This is the page. That's how it is how to get to it. Now, you say, what about these states that require import permits? How do I keep up with when they expire? How do I keep up with all the permits? The states that require permits, when it's time to renew, you will get an email. The farm just received an email from Kansas. We need to renew by September 30th. They send you the application by PDF. You fill in, you print it, you fill in the top section, and you have to fill in which type, what you're sending, whether you're sending pullets, whether you're sending hatching eggs. If the Cotornix quail is not listed, you have to click other, and you have to say Cotornix quail, hatching eggs, pullets, whatever you're going to be sending into the state. You sign it, you date it, and you send it to your state vet for your state. We will be sending this to Kimberly Kaufman. She'll fill in this part that we are Pylorium typhoid clean, H5H7 AI clean. She'll sign it. She'll electronically file it into Kansas, who will reissue our import permit and give us a new number. It's very simple. So please take the time to find out what needs to be done and do this right, guys. NPIP is there to protect you, not to hurt you. Y'all have a good day.